Like, share, and subscribe. You know, you got a bunch of women online pissed off at Corey Holcomb. They mad at Corey Holcomb right now, and they are trying to get him canceled. Now, you have some people that will say that they agree with him to a certain extent, but they would not have got online and called their child out of their name and called them all these B words and all that kind of stuff. Everybody's made from a different cloth. Everybody's different. Corey Holcomb is one of them type of dudes that don't give a fuck. And I understand him. Because not only do I have men like that in my family, but I'm like that too. Because you have children today that are really, 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 really disrespectful. Really disrespectful. They talk crazy to their parents. They go off on them, and then they demand things, thinking that they are entitled and think that they are still supposed to get shit. Look at Brian McKnight's children, his older children, his, black children, the ones he had with a black woman. You know, he paid his child support on time every month. He tried to spend time with them, you know, but they wanted to be taken care of. They thought daddy was supposed to continue to keep on taking care of them. When his new wife tried to offer to get his two sons some jobs, they didn't want them because they couldn't stop smoking marijuana long enough to be able to pass the drug screening. But they were always mad at dad, and even mom was mad at dad. See, mom was toxic, and she taught her children to be toxic. Even his daughter was toxic and sued Brian McKnight, her own father. But a lot of women were, instead of saying, you need to be respectful towards your father, you need to respect him, that's your father, you need to show him respect, they over there teaching their children to be toxic towards their own fathers. And this is what Corey Holcomb is talking about. How his daughter is just like his trifling ass mama, baby mama. She's trifling. And we can get into all the things of, well, you need to be more careful about where you drop your seed and who you have a baby with. It was an accident. It happened. When you fucking, shit can happen. It shouldn't have happened. I'm sure Corey Holcomb didn't want it to happen. He said it was a total accident. And he being honest, he said it was a total accident. But nevertheless, you here. I tried to love you. I tried to support you, try to be there for you, but you were raised by your toxic ass mama. And let's be honest for a minute. See, a lot of women want to say, well, you weren't there enough. And if she was just like her, that means you wasn't there enough. And they say shit like that. But the reality is, women want to control, dominate, tell you how to take care of the child, want to monitor how you're doing things with the child. So a lot of times men just give up and just say, okay, well, you know what? You take care of the goddamn child. Since you know everything and want to control everything, and this is when a doctor's appointment, this is how you should do this, and this is what they like, this is what, and want to control what the father is doing, then you do it. Men bond with the child in a different way. But you have mamas that want to control every little thing and every aspect to the point where men are just like, well, fuck it, I don't even want to deal with it. So then you get things like, well, you weren't there enough. You weren't around. This is what you get. But the reality is, no, you just made it uncomfortable, mom, for the father. That's what you did. You made it uncomfortable. But on the outside looking in, it's easy to say, oh, he just wasn't there enough. He wasn't there. But the reality is, his daughter's manipulative. She's full of drama, just like his baby's mama, and he don't like it. Just because that's his child, don't mean he gotta like her and like her behavior. Especially when she's being manipulative, trying to use him, use her own father for money. Don't have nothing to do with him, want to tell him off and all that kind of shit, but still want to call him with her grown ass. Want to call him for money. That's crazy. So when he gets on the public platform and calls her out, you got a bunch of women getting all huffy and puffy and getting upset because see, y'all mad that Cynthia G got taken off the platform and got fucked up. See, y'all was trying to hold on to Cynthia G's hers with her stupid ass, talking about aborting male boys, and shit like that. That bitch was sick. But y'all wanted to keep her on. So now all of a sudden, because Corey Holcomb is speaking his truth and saying, yo, my daughter is trifling just like her mama. Y'all mad. Y'all pissed off. Well, the only thing I can say to that is be pissed off. Excuse me. Be pissed off. Because, again, Corey Holcomb is speaking his truth. He's speaking his truth. And he has a right to speak his truth. And he has a right to say, listen, this is my one time on this earth. I don't have to be around stupid ass individuals, even if it's my own children, because I feel the same way. I ain't fucking with stupid people, even if they are my family members. I ain't fucking with stupid ass people. If you are going to be difficult in my life, if entities around you going to be difficult in my life, I don't need you in my life. That's period and point blank. I have a side story. There was a man who had 3 boys and 3 girls with a woman. Now, on the outskirts, this woman, she was a sweet lady. She was a nice lady. But this man up and just left one day. He just up and left her with 6 children, left her with 3 boys and 3 girls. Now, he went on and went off and married another woman and had more children with this woman. He had like 6 or 7 children with this other woman. Now, the woman he has the 6 children with, the first wife that he up and left and divorced, that mother raised her daughters to be self-sufficient, to not depend on a man, to get it yourself. So they all had good education. Because the mother decided that she was going to go to school and become a nurse. She became a registered nurse. And she taught her daughters how to take care of themselves, how to be self-sufficient. But her 3 boys, they all learned how to be punk ass motherfuckers. Didn't work, was drug addicts, impregnating women, you know what I'm saying, doing all kind of stupid ass shit, living on their mama, until she died, until she passed away. They didn't know their other siblings, because they all, just knew that their father was just a deadbeat and he left them. He just left them. Now, when you hear that story, the first thing you're going to do is attack that man that had all those kids with that woman and then he just up and abandoned her. But you don't know the hell that woman put him through. The whole time he was in a relationship with her and those children. She put him through all kind of drama, problems. She wasn't working. She didn't do anything. She was just having babies, and just being a pain. Being a total pain. And he gave her an ultimatum. You need to change and you need to, do this, woman, or I'm leaving you. And she continued to do it anyway. What he asked her not to do. And he left her with all those damn kids. Now, again, I'm not one for just leaving your kids, you know, but a lot of times women want to hoard your kids over you, you know, hold them as ransom, control you with your children. And some men just ain't gonna put up with that. Some men just ain't gonna put up with that at all. They not. They will go off and go have another child somewhere else. They will go and go start another family. That's what Brian McKnight did. That's what he did. He says, my children are some ungrateful motherfuckers and don't even respect me. I'm the one that's going to leave them a legacy, me, not their raggedy ass, ratchet ass mamas. I am. And they just couldn't be respectful to that man, to their own father. So he went and got him a whole nother wife with a Filipino chick, adopted her children, he claims them, and they have a baby together. So that's his new legacy now. Now you got a whole bunch of women that want to cancel Brian McKnight, or they thought they canceled him, or whatever the situation was, because, of course he's the villain and the bad guy. Never mind how his own grown ass children are talking crazy to them and being disrespectful to their father. Totally disrespectful to their father. Never mind that. See, this is what a lot of women are not understanding. Men are getting so tired to the point where they saying, you've been holding this child over me. You've been doing it. You can have it. You can have all of it. You can have all of it. And on the outside looking in, that's weak. That's tired. That ain't right. That's wrong. You don't do the child like that. But the mother ain't shit. Why should the father have to fight for his own child? Why should he have to fight for his own damn child? That's his child. Why should he have to fight? Why is the mother making it difficult for him to be around his child? Why is the mother speaking negatively about the father to the child? Why would you do that? You the one made a baby and had a baby with this man you are now talking crazy about. That's crazy. They just arrested this woman who was online beating her little toddler baby because she said it was hard for her to love her because she looks so much like her daddy and she can't stand her daddy. But see, you got women online over here saying, oh, well, that's postpartum depression and, and shit like that. You got a whole woman in a grocery store, freezing fucking cold outside, got a baby in the basket, not in the little section that you put the baby in, but just had the baby in the whole basket, like where you put the food and shit, like it was just like he was a piece of fucking product or some shit. With no fucking clothes on but a diaper. One of the customers bought some clothes from the store to put on the child. But mothers are defending this mother and defending her and saying postpartum depression. But Corey Holcomb can be totally disrespected by his daughter because of the mother. And when he says, I ain't putting up with that shit and fuck her, he's the bad guy. I can respect Corey Holcomb because he's speaking his truth. Period and point blank. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video.